So today we're going to go over how to do a proper in-body scan. So if you're part of the challenge, you should be doing a body composition report at least once a week. So what this is going to give you is it's going to measure your weight, it's going to measure the amount of skeletal muscle mass on your body, and it's going to measure the amount of body fat that you have. So the way that the scale works is what we call bioelectric impedance. So when you stand on the scale, it actually sends a slight electric current through your body. So fat impedes, that's why it's called bioelectric impedance. So fat slows down the electrical signal from moving through your body. So as the scan goes through, it starts to map out through your arms, your legs, through the middle, and starts to record, what your weight is comprised of. So just a few tips for getting a good in-body scan. The first one is to come in hydrated. So because the scale does work off electric signal, it's better, you'll get a more accurate reading if there is water in your body, because water conducts electricity well. So before you come in, you want to have just a regular glass of water, and the thing you don't want to do is come in like dehydrated or like first thing in the morning without having anything. Tip number 2 is to wear as little clothing as you can and to have loose fitting clothing on. It will just make it easier for you to complete your scan. So shoes and socks that are easy to take off. I wouldn't recommend wearing a ton of jewelry because the machine does work on an electric signal. You don't want to have any metal or anything electric on you. So you'll take off your badge, you don't want your cell phone, you don't want any rings, necklaces, earrings, or anything that's metal or has electric. Another important thing is not to eat within about an hour to 2 hours of doing your scan. So if you have food in your system, the machine might record it as like a blockage and might record it as excess body fat. So you don't want to have a lot of food in your system. So ideally, if you can do it at least 2 hours after consuming anything, that would be ideal. So the best thing would be to do it as early as you can in the day without having really consumed anything, or if you have it be, give yourself a little window between when you eat and when you do your scan. Last tip would be to not do your in-body scan right after a workout. So when you work out, your pores open up, you sweat a little bit, so there's a lot of body water changes. So ideally you would come in at a time where you haven't exercised or haven't been sweating profusely. So here's a quick run through of what to expect when you come in for your scan. So this is an in-body tissue, so this increases the connectivity of the machine to you, so it kind of enhances the conduction of the electricity. So when you come in, we'll use this tissue to wipe the machine down. So when you're doing a test, you will need to schedule an appointment and have a fitness professional administer your scan. Basically what it looks like, just to take you through it, these are the foot sensors down at the bottom. So the circles on them are for your heels, and then the front part is for the rest of your foot. So you want to start by covering the sensors with as much of your foot as you possibly can. So you want to get as much surface area over the sensors as possible. From there, when instructed, you're going to grab the handles. So the handles have silver senses where your thumbs are going to go. And same thing, you want to cover those sensors with as much skin contact as you possibly can. You're going to stand up really tall, like legs straight, stay pretty relaxed, don't like flex your muscles at all. And you're just going to go arms straight, arms apart, and just eyes forward. So it's also important not to talk while you're doing your scan, because the vibration might throw some things off. So you just want to relax, stand tall, and just be quiet for about 45 seconds. So the full scan takes about 45 seconds to 1 minute total.